Good morning. Good morning. Yes, talk about perfect timing. You're listening to 106.1 Praise FM, one of Radio One's favorite stations, and you're listening to I Know a Place and I Want to Take You There. But today we can say we know a place and we want to take you there because it's more than one. But this is a mentor strategy show. If you've never listened to it before, designed by Dr. Matthew L. Jones. Good morning, Dr. Jones. How are you?
Good morning.
Yeah,
Good morning.
good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, Baltimore. Good morning, D.C., Delaware. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. Yes.
It is indeed a blessing to be here this morning. We
Always
thank
a
God
blessing.
for you and all of you who are coming in to listen. We want you to know that I know a place, and I'll take you there. We want to be emphasizing some of these places that we want you to go, because sometimes one of the reasons why we emphasize these things, sometimes that we are of the mind and been convinced that it's not possible for us to do certain things or achieve certain things or accomplish certain things only because we have been convicted and convinced that God is not able to do anything. And we know that if we put our faith and trust in God, that for God, nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible.
So we are emphasizing that you follow these guidelines and principles and presentations that are making, because they are being made, because they are things that are available to us that we sometimes are not aware of. And of course, we emphasize certain special days as we come together. Well, the most important day this weekend is what?
Mother's
Day.
Yeah. Hey, let's be clear. Shout out to all the mothers. Okay, This is coming from Jamie, Chris. I applaud you. I salute you. I mean, kudos to you for every day for waking up and being a mom. And shout out to my mom, friend Sarah Diane Johnson. Love you, Mommy. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah. And I know this is an important weekend to you.
But we're going to also emphasize this is Hostess Cupcake Day.
Wait a minute. Hostess Cupcake Day?
Yes.
Did you bring us some cupcakes?
Cupcakes are available.
Okay, good. Okay, yes. I knew you always had the twist to it. Yes.
It's also National Dog Mama's Day.
Dog Mama's Day?
Yeah.
Today or
today
is right before Mother's Day.
Just
Dog
before
Mama's Day.
Mother's Day.
Oh, well, shout out to my sister. Shout out to Margaret Dell. Yes, because she's a dog mom. Yeah, she is dogs. Yeah, that's so funny. I never heard of that. Yeah, Dr. Jones, I don't know hey, I know it's legit because you put it out there, but I don't know how you find the days that you do for each month. What else do you have for us? You got anything else?
This is National Twilight Zone Day.
Oh, Twilight Zone Day. That is why the 15-year-old of mine is acting crazy. Okay, Twilight Zone Day. Yeah. I love it, yes. You already know. And what else? Is that it, Dr. Jones? Because I can't take any more days.
We will talk about other things later. But
okay, good.
We want to stop there right now.
Okay, stop at the Twilight Day.
Because when you start talking about mothers, there's two questions. They have, how it is. They have trapped me in a way that I have to do two messages this weekend.
Oh, wow. How does that work?
Well, I'm going to share some concept of both messages. At 8 o'clock on tomorrow morning, I have to do a special message at 8 o'clock, and there will be Remember Mama.
Okay.
How do you remember your mother? How do you remember Mama?
Okay.
And there's so many illustrations of examples as to how you can remember your mother. There are so many biblical mothers, and you can tie your mother in with which one of these biblical mothers represents the way you remember your mother.
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
Yeah,
okay. Hey, you trying to make somebody tear up now. Okay. So go ahead.
Because the place. Of course, when you're talking about I know a place, of course, I'm talking about my experiences with my mother. Due to the fact that my father died when I was 14, even though my father had a great impact of those 14 years on my life, because he never died, because one thing that my mother did was always kept him in front of us every day that the sun came up. She was talking about what kind of man he was and how much education. He was a college graduate, how much education he had, and he was a skill in mathematics. and of how he endowed me and made me a gifted mathematician, even though when I got to college, I'm a major in my weakness and not in my strength.
Okay, not in your strength. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't major in math, but
Yeah.
I was so good in math already.
Right, it was no point. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
I
feng
didn't
shui. Okay.
Yeah.
Got
So,
it.
but you know, how do we remember your mother? And you know, there's some fascinating mothers in the scripture.
It's fascinating. It's
mothers,
yeah.
And
Some deep,
and
some
it's-
deep stories. Yeah.
And I reckon the reverse of this would focus on the second sermon that I've done is, are you a good mother?
Oh wow. Are you? Well, hey, Ouch was right, but you know what? I don't think I had to question myself. My mom said the other morning, like we would listen. I think it was like something on the radio yesterday morning. I mean, the TV yesterday morning. You know, like the news shows, the Fox 45s, all things, and they were doing all these celebrations. You know, it might have been even CNN, the 700 Club. Like, good morning to all the moms and stuff. And then when I came out the bathroom, I heard it, and me and my mom both said at the same time, like, Happy Mother's Day. And we were literally about to tell each other, you're a good mom. So my mom confirmed I'm a good mom, and she says that I believe it. I think so.
Okay. What this message though,
Yeah.
are you a good mother, is give some
You got some biblical
standards.
standards? Okay. I
Give
knew
some
you had some biblical standards.
Itemized standards as to
Yeah.
whether you meet these standards.
Whether you meet the qualifications.
Yeah,
okay, it's a
yeah,
checklist.
yeah.
Okay, Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones, you always doing it
You
right
have
there.
you have to, anybody can claim to be good.
But you got measurements. You want to
Do
show
you
data.
meet these standards?
Okay, do you meet these
Do you
standards?
meet these
okay.
standards? Then if
Yeah.
you meet these standards, now, the real thing is you don't have to meet all of them. You can have one strong basic principle that you follow. And that is a real principle, not something that that benefits you, but benefits life.
Yeah.
Because the mother, the primary, the scripture referred to God as a lover of like a mother. So a mother is one who is to benefit, play a major role in benefiting life, the transferring of culture, the power of the mother. So it is very, very important that that you listen in and understand some of the standards this weekend.
Okay.
First of all, the first message, of course, is the first one I mentioned. This one is, are you a good mother? So you can listen in on both, because you can easily utilize the other one to create the standards of the other. Yes.
Okay, if you could create the standards, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll be coming on at 8 o'clock for the first one.
Okay, 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Let's be sure, 8 a.m.
8,
tomorrow.
for the-
And it's gonna be live on Facebook and YouTube as
It'll
well?
be live.
Okay.
It'll be live, but also there's a special number of tuning in directly to receive it, because it'll be focusing to the mass gathering of the church school, and they have a direct focus on their classes and stuff. So it probably have that focus as well in order to get in on the 8 o'clock one. The 11 o'clock will be naturally, I'm going to try to make sure that the 8 o'clock, if possible, be naturally focused on YouTube and Facebook as well. I deal with the media committee, see, make sure that we get that hooked up.
I love it, because I'm going to be traveling tomorrow, so
Yeah, you
maybe
can
I could
tune
tune
it
in.
in.
Yeah, for my
So we have a special lady with us today.
We definitely have a special guest, so she's got a whole vibe, and she's here. Like, she's right here sitting between both of us. Like, yes, if you're not watching us live, you listen to us on the radio, we have a special guest in the building, and she looks divine.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Want to
Saturday.
give us your name?
Yeah,
Talk-
Okay, I thought you was going
Yeah,
to
no, well, I'm
Okay.
gonna let you.
So, good morning. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
I hope you're having a fantastic, terrific, wonderful, amazing day. And my name is Tanya Moraniel, and I'm saying Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers all over the world. Basically, I deal with trash.
Oh, okay. I
So
love
I'm
it.
a hauler. Also deal with real estate. And so where it all started is during the pandemic.
Okay.
During the pandemic, it was a situation where the city need help with trash, and I saw the need, and I was like, well, I'm a kind of person don't sit around and talk about it, do something about it.
Yeah.
So my partners and I, Charles, we created C Major Properties, and we started helping people with the trash. The calls came in, so I got with a group. It's about 25 coalition of different gentlemen with minority business that also, so you have Focus Movers and Myra Mover and Holland, and then Dorsey's transportation. So we're dealing with all types of transportation, not only for trash, also for moving. So my specialty is really dealing with the elderly because of the
I was gonna
fact
say,
that-
what's your
Yeah,
niche? What's your
it's-
niche?
it's
Okay,
really,
so your niche is the
I love
elderly.
dealing with the elderly and helping them save their home.
I love to hear that.
Because
yeah.
I feel as though they don't understand all this technology,
They
things
don't.
that are coming about, and it's little things they need, just a little paint, sweep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some situations is the fact that their member or partner have deceased.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's definitely a
he
real
getting hip
situation.
transplant or something with the knees, and he can't do the grass. So I started helping with cutting grass, helping them sell their homes if they want to sell their homes. I'm not a realtor. My daughter-in-law is a realtor. They need help with insurance. My son has all his series. So I tiered in everybody together so we could be able to help others and give back, because I've noticed a lot of people are more takers than givers, which is more selfish. And I come from a background of where my grandparents had started a Maggie Upshur chapter of the Masonic, and it's been going on for 75 years.
And you guys started a what? Say that again.
It's called Maggie Upshur.
Maggie Upshur? Okay.
Yes. So it's been going on for 75 years. So it's the other part of the shrine, the Masonic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still going on, even with them deceased.
Okay.
They started it in a house and brick and mortar, and it's grown, and they deceased. My grandmother went first, and then my grandfather, and it's still going on without them. So that meant a lot to me. That's legacy.
That's
so
his
I was
legacy,
Like, I
yeah.
have to do something for my kids to understand and respect elders, older, the Lord. All I know about the Lord. So I started with the Lord. I'm going to end with the Lord.
Hello. Let's be
And I'm
clear.
proud of it. And people are like, there you go with that Jesus. I know, but he's a way maker.
Thank you for
when
giving
no
me God.
one else comes through, he always comes through. So I just proceed in with my heart. I'm bi-coastal, so I was in Baltimore, then I left, went to California for 30 years, came back and saw a massive need. And I was like, there's no way I leave and you come back. D.C. was looking different, Detroit, everywhere else, Chicago. Why weren't we looking different? So I said, instead of talking about it, you have to do something.
You have to do something
start
about it. Yeah.
something. Like Steve Harvey say, jump, you have to start somewhere.
You got to, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that you used that
trash-
jump.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
jump.
it. Yeah.
The trash issue is critical, because
Yeah.
I had an encounter, because I had, in the back of my facility, I had a place where I placed the trash.
Uh-huh.
And I stacked this trash up there, and I don't know, somebody decided that they were going to notify the police and all this, and
Oh, and tell
have,
on you?
have me to go to court about this matter.
Violation. You get a violation.
But however, my method was that I pack it there, so when I bring the trash dumpster in, I will get all of my stuff in before the community take over my dumpster.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see
That
what you're
will do
saying.
that.
Yeah.
I have all my stuff there ready, see, to get it in, because the community, minute that
Yeah.
dumpster come, everybody else gonna
coming.
claim it too, even though
Yeah.
I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
The word is out.
And it's going to be full.
yeah,
And it's
An
before,
hour.
before I get my stuff in.
Yes.
the dumpster on aisle 6.
So when they took me to court, and by the time they took me to court, the dumpster was already there, and all my stuff was in the dumpster. So I told her, the judge, this method that I use is to make sure that I have space in the dumpster
Yeah.
to put my trash in. So he threw the thing out.
Of
He
course.
threw-
We already know. You know you're.
But the key factor is that trash is I'm just throwing it in, but trash is so critical for us to understand. Because I'm also dealing with another family, a young man and his family, and he has a lot of problem with some circumstances around the trash around in his area, in his backyard, his back section, and the people who are doing it. And he constantly communicating with me, and we trying to work out issues. So this would be a good opportunity for him to possibly, tie in with your organization.
Oh, of course.
Because it's not too far from here, it's not too far from this community. It's in this area, basically. But he has been struggling with this all year, really.
It's a lot of people. And I started with one block, the block where my grandparents owned, and then I noticed I have less rats.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's coming from high grass and trash, just people just throwing. So I started putting trash cans. And so I started talking to the youth, like, okay, it's a trash can right there. All I'm asking to put it in there. If you can't put it in there, put it on my table, and then I'll put it in there. But you have to start somewhere. And now that whole area, and everybody's involved in cleaning it. Somebody has a garden. And the reason is, I tell people, if you respect where people are and not try to go change anyone, you can create way much more. It's about respect. Those young people are dealing with a great amount, more than we even know, that they even telling their parents, bullying or whatever the situation is. So you have to talk to them and not at them. It's totally different. At and to is two different things. And I noticed when I would talk with them and give them things like desks, because from Harlan I clean out.
You got access to stuff,
yes,
resources.
From realtors.
Yeah.
Cleaning our homes. So I was able to give them desks, chairs, bed furniture, mattress. Because there's nothing wrong with some of the items. Somebody's just moving because they're being relocated.
And they may be downsizing or just buying new stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. A lot of that around tax time.
Yeah.
Everybody get a new mattress every 6 months. I say, here it comes. It's time for new mattresses and box spring.
Yeah, my dumpster filled up with mattresses. I don't know who throwing them, but
that's a big thing. Income tax. Oh, they throw them anywhere.
Yeah.
You might see a mattress riding down the street. So.
I'm just not. I'm just kidding.
You don't think of it, but now that I think my friends tease and say, oh yeah, you would have used trash connoisseur, whatever you want to call it.
It's okay.
It's industry that think about it. No matter what's going on, you're always throwing out trash.
No, you better believe it. So if I ever decide to take
you
office,
just
I
let me
know
know.
who to head that department, because I got a
Yeah.
serious initiative to hold the whole city accountable for trash.
Yes,
So
it's like if you just work together,
Yeah.
it's not hard. First of all, we really need to embrace and try to assist. Like I was thinking of, ways of talking to the city about, okay, here we go. You give them the contracts. They're cutting the grass, but grass has to be cut every 2 weeks. And I know from dealing with cutting grass, and then Charles taught me about grass because he loves cutting grass. So I was like, well, since he loves, I need to learn about grass, and it's an art. It's not
definitely
just
an art, yeah.
a mow, blow, and go, which
Yeah.
we see.
That's
They
why I let
mow
my
it.
15-year-old cut the grass. I had the gardener, because I'm like,
Yeah,
you
if
don't know
you-
what you're doing.
and if you put weed and feed in the grass, you're going to have to cut it every week.
Oh, yeah, because it'll grow up like,
Because it
yeah.
grow faster.
I've tried that,
It's
yeah.
killed the weeds, but it make the grass grow faster.
Right. So it's like it's a whole calamity of things that you have to do, and people don't realize it. And so I'm just trying to keep it clean. It's a lot of growth in Maryland going on right now with, buildings being built, trying to get people. And so my other thing that I work on is trying to get young people into homes.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm tired of moving them, to be honest.
So get them
because-
into homes where they own?
But they need to learn about. See,
They-
it's
yeah.
not one thing getting them in. They get these no money down, these programs, first-time home buyer, but no one's teaching them how to keep a home.
They're not teaching them the sustainability part.
No,
They're
they'll-
not getting
no.
that.
They'll go buy a purse and go to the Bahamas and
Yep.
don't know that gas, electric do need to be paid, the water bill, cutting the grass, and little things you can keep up. If you running water and you see certain little things, spots, that's subtoxicity, that's a leak somewhere in the home. And you need to take that panel down and find a handyman. They need to know a handyman, a man that works on cars, a mobile mechanic. It's just certain things. And I learned it from going to California with leaving Baltimore with $250 and 6 bags of clothes.
$200 and 6 bags.
Each bag had to have something, a purse, such pair of shoes,
Yeah, of
sunglasses,
course.
you had to have your whole lineup. But with leaving here with nothing, not even a job when I went there, I learned certain things you just need. Now, I didn't have to leave. I wanted a challenge. It was no more challenge in Baltimore for me. I moved to D.C., went to Bowie State. It was no more challenge. I knew my grandfather, somebody's gonna come save me. So when would I was gonna learn how to be on my own? And when will I be able to know if my mom, rest her eyes, Happy Mother's Day, Patty DeLoach, I love you. I just wanna know, how would I be able to survive? You see, some people, when their parents pass on, they break down. They start using substance abuse, no matter what the substance is. And it's because they wasn't strong, because their parents were their crutches. So my mother taught us very early about she wasn't gonna be our crutches. So we started traveling at a young age. I started at 5. At 12, I was flying by myself. She was sending me to California every summer. First, I was like, oh, she don't love me. What kind of mother is this? And my father would laugh. He's like, you know your mother. It's time for you to go. Spread them wings. And I appreciate it so much. And that's what I did with my kids.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Yeah, I was telling somebody the other day, I was telling about my son, and I was just like, they were like, Jamerson's taking more flights than I've taken, and I'm an adult. Like, and my son is 15. He's been flying since he was literally a baby, since he came out the womb. So I get that, and just making sure that, our children are diverse. But I love everything that you're talking about. So, okay, let's just recap super quick. So you have what is the name of the trash initiative program that you have?
Okay, so it's 25, it's a coalition of 25.
A coalition of 25 different organizations.
Yes, and they all business owners who own their own.
They own their own.
And they can do home improvement, they can do demo. It's a group. So
it's a group that hauls and does all the services, right?
Right, all the service dealing with your home.
All the services dealing with your home.
Right.
And then that's one initiative. And then you have this other initiative where you help young people get into homes and to help them have the sustainability.
Right, and I teamed up with my son and his wife.
You teamed up with your son and his wife because your son has insurance. He has an insurance background, so he can help them make sure that all their ducats are in place in regards to just having that, what do you call it, security through the insurance. And then your daughter-in-law is a realtor, so she can help them find the best location for them that's going to fit within the parameters of and how they need to live, right?
Correct.
So you have a whole thing going on, but if somebody's listening right now and they're just not going to listen to the end of the show, plug in your information. How can somebody get in contact with you?
Sure. So you can go to cmajorproperties.com.
So that's C, like the letter C.
MAJ.
OR.
Properties, PROPERTIES.com. And once again, I'm going to say it again. It's CMAJOR Properties, PROPERTIES, properties.com. That's a website.
Perfect. And so on CMajorproperties.com, you have you have like a contact sheet. So I just go on there, hit the contact tab.
Put your comments, what is needed, and then, or you can call at 667.
Yeah, because somebody in their call, somebody got their cell phone in their hand. They're like, girl, I'm trying to call. They like, yes.
667-305-0628.
Okay.
So again, that's 667-305-0628. And also what I did is I teamed in with shops. So for the furniture, if people need furniture, I do consignment shops. I deal with Lisa Shannon Boutique. She's in Mount Washington. So I donate clothes. So I'm basically recycling anything and everything that I get. The next thing I am looking for is a carpenter who can come and fix some of the furniture, because it's like little stuff, like the leg night.
To refurbish it?
Because once I find that person, I'm going to be like
and the people that do that, they're expensive. My mom has somebody, but they're expensive.
Right.
Like, because it's a real craft.
It is. And it's just little stuff like, I try to do it. I don't have the time no more. I was sanding down and then slacking. I was like, okay.
Yeah, you gotta have the time for that.
This not going to, I tried, I did. And I just want to be able to give back. So many people just keep taking or call you. How many times you get a call and somebody like, can I, would you, should you? But no one's there when you need them. They all of a sudden they go to voicemail. Or they ask them for money and never return it. I tell them, don't even say it's a loan.
Okay, perfect. So, that's it. So, that's it. And again, what's the number? Let's plug it in one more time.
667-305-0628.
And we're here with Ms. Tanya. And say your last name because I know it's got a whole vibe to it. I want to try to say it. Moranio. So we're here with Moranio.
Yeah. See, my uncle was on the radio on WWIM for years.
Okay.
Michael Moranio.
Michael Moranio. Okay, good.
Remember that.
Moranio. Did I get it right that time?
Morania.
Morania. Morani L. So
Yes.
I'm missing the L
E-L.
part. I'm saying O-R-A. Okay.
That's okay.
Tanya
She has it.
Morani L.
Yes.
Okay, Morani L. And that flows a little better. The tongue moves a little better. Morani L. Okay, I love it. So that's who you've just been listening to. You are listening to 106.1 Praise FM. Of course, this is one of Radio One's favorite stations. Shout out to Kathy Hughes for being the mother of radio. Like, happy Mothers
Day.
of Radio Day. Like,
Yes.
seriously. And we appreciate you. We appreciate having this platform. Shout out to all the mothers in Concord Baptist Church. I am just excited to be here. When you come back, you'll have more with Dr. Jones and Tanya Moraniel. Okay, and Jamie Chris will not be here. I have to travel with my son for Mother's Day for the weekend. I love all the mothers that listen to our show. And we'll be right back after the song. No commercials. Don't go anywhere.
We are the people, and we can do it.
We can do it. That's waiting, Dr. Jones.
Here we go. We are the people who can do it. Oh, yeah. It's time. Time to make the change. We are your people. We can do it. Yo, Mom, kick it for me one time. It's what is the world coming to? Seems like everyone is running from the truth. Yep. We got stand up and fight. Walk into the night. We're the people. We can do it if we try. I know we can do it. Somebody ask me, why do we have to go through it? It's such a test of our faith. For we're living day to day. We don't know where, we don't know when. But it's coming from again. It's time. About that time. Oh, time to make the change. We are the people who can do it. Voices up to you. It's time. It's about that time, y'all. Time to make the change. We are your people. We can do it. Yo, Mom, keep it for me one more time. It's Jesus is spreading mighty fast. It's earthquakes are moving through the land. It ain't nothing but a sign that it make up my mind. We're the people, we can do it if we try. I know we can do it. Somebody ask me, why do we have to go through it? It's just a test of our faith. We just live this day by day. Don't know when, don't know when, but it's coming from together. It's time. About that time, y'all. Time to make the change. We are the people who can do it. It's time. Time to make the change. We are your people. We can do it. Here we go. Well, it's time to make that change. People of the world today are fading. All of us have our ups and downs. You better think about it or you won't be around. What we need is a little bit of love. Sent by one from heaven up above. Take a seat, it's simple and plain. This ain't no game, you know what I'm saying. I know we can do it. Here we go. What do we have to go through it? It's just a test of our faith. We're living day by day. Don't know when, don't know when. Oh, yeah. Here we go. It's about that time, y'all. Time to make the change. That's right. We are the people who can do it. Together to make that change. It's time. About that time. Time to make the change. Yeah. We are your people. We can do it. We can do it. Here we go. It's time. Time to make the change. We are the people who can do it. We can do it. Here we go. It's time. About that time, y'all. Time to make the change. You can do it. We are your people. We can do it. No mountain too high. Oh yeah. Time to make the change. We are the people who can do it. Here we go. It's time. About that time. Time to make the change. We are your people. We can do it.
Okay, 11 o'clock Monday morning, we're going to have senators on the yard. And they're gonna
Okay, we're back. I'm going to be...
be good.
We're back live. Okay, welcome back. I was supposed to be gone, but you're listening to 106.1 Praise FM, and this is one of Radio One's favorite stations. You're listening to I Know a Place, and I Want to Take You There. And Dr. Jones is going to take it from here with Miss Tanya, and I want to have it right. It's, well, hold on, Maureen Moraniel.
Yes, you did it. Yes, you did it. Have a
Once
safe
again,
day.
we are back. We want you to know that there's a place, and we want to take you there. We've kept emphasizing all of the things that we are doing. Of course, there are some special things coming up, and we're going to be talking about those as well. First of all, maybe I should talk about the function that is coming up Monday morning at 601 Aldershot, at the facility where I own, at 601 Aldershot Road, Baltimore, Maryland, 21229. It's actually in Baltimore County, but it's Baltimore 21229. That's 601 Aldershot, Aldershot Road, Baltimore, Maryland. It's the corner of Emerson Avenue and Aldershot. And we're going to have some congressmen, the persons running for the United States Senate. They're going to be there. We're encouraging all the pastors and community people to come on around and gather with us at 11 o'clock. That's Monday morning at 11 o'clock, and let's hear and support and encourage the projections for the United States Senate. The focus is on the United States Senate, and that's where the emphasis will be on Monday morning, because we know how critical it is to maintain the Senate. It will affect many aspects of our lives if we lose the Senate. So we are emphasizing the necessity to maintain control of the Senate. And our hope is that after this election in November, that we also would have control of not only the Senate, but of the House. But the emphasis here is a community function. This is a community function. We are inviting and encouraging the community. It's a community function. And therefore, we ask you to come and share with us at 601 Aldershot. It's a community function. Also, this coming Saturday at 10 o'clock, we have the International Minority Women Organization that's going to be here at Concord. That's 5204 Liberty Heights. They're going to be here Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, where we will be celebrating and coming together. There are many individuals coming up from across the country. We already, I think, have an approximately, this women organization, those individuals who have committed themselves and have united with the National Women Organization, and they have their own businesses, and they had registered with the women organization. They will be given a honorary doctorate degree, and I think at this very moment, I believe we have approximately 50 or more individuals who will be receiving the honorary doctorate degree across the country. Many are coming from different locations, and we know that we have some here at Concord who will be receiving their doctorate degree, and we have some, or several others, or many others in the state of Maryland, in different locations in the state of Maryland that will be here, who have their own businesses and who will also be receiving their doctorate degree. So it's a special occasion. That's 10 o'clock this coming Saturday. That's Saturday the 18th, 10 o'clock. And they have many activities. The presentation is going to start at 10 o'clock. And there are many other functions and activities planned for that day. Also, their food is available, will be served approximately around 12 o'clock. Those individuals, we are registering, those who are registered receive food and all that. It's very important that you do your registration, which will, Stephanie should be here shortly, and she'll be talking about those registration processes that you can take place. Now, we do have individuals that we have requested to be a part of the booklet that we will be passing out with your business. If you have acquired a place in the booklet for your business, your address of the business, and all of this will be in the book and will be promoted and encouraged by by the organization. You know, as we have been constantly emphasizing the necessity to have a unified economic source in every major city. So we're still encouraging this organization and the National Baptist Convention to take advantage of having a CFO, Chief Financial Officer, that will bring all of the minority businesses together whenever a minority group is coming to town. Whenever a group is coming to town, they will make all the businesses that are in that town available to that minority group so they can make sure that the minority business receive some benefits for our organizations that are coming to town. Many instances when our major organizations come to town, and we live in our experiences, we living in some of the hotels, and the list of businesses they have, sometimes the minority businesses are non-existent. You don't even know where the black restaurants are. You don't even know where other black businesses that they might need. You don't know the uniforms they might need to buy, or hair services, or whatever kind of services that you need. Sometimes people come to town, they need other kind of special services. Fixing on your automobile, if you drove here and you have some kind of difficulty, you don't identify the minority businesses who fix the cars. All of this need to be available to, especially to our minority groups who come to town, and not only in Baltimore. I think we should be structured and organized in every major city in the country. We have a person there who would help pull it together. Now, this has been a recommendation of one of the candidates for the National Baptist Convention presidency, Brother Jones, but also there are other individuals who are focusing on this. So whoever will become the president, we want them, for the National Baptist Convention, we want them to focus on making sure that we pull our organization together. Now, as you know, the National Baptist Convention will be coming to Baltimore in September. The National Baptist Convention. The National Baptist Convention, we want to make sure that we maintain it as the largest minority religious group in the country. We want to make sure that we maintain that and make sure that we keep all of our churches together, working together, supporting each other, and encouraging each other. And as you know, on the talk show, we don't emphasize just Baptists. We emphasize all religious organizations, because I think that we are living in a time that we can no longer afford any kind of divisions among us. We can't separate ourselves because we're in different denominations, because we're going to have to be unified if we're going to face some possibly crisis that we may face in the future. So we have to move towards unifying all of our efforts and all of the things that we do. And going back to your organization that you have is where you are making available to the community certain services. So we want to reemphasize that again.
Okay.
So the community will know how to reach you and all of the things that you're doing.
Right.
And maybe those in the early part missed it. So we know those who just coming in.
Just coming in.
And we want them to make sure.
They're not late, they're right on time.
Right on time.
Right on time. So basically, once again, my name is Tanya, and I'm dealing with trash and hauling several different things. So it's more like trash, helping the seniors or someone if you're in a situation of you trying to relocate. If you're so that's where we have the 14-footers, the 20-footers, and even larger facility. Even if you're trying to move your cars. So basically, we're trying to help the person have no excuses of why they can't go to their next level. No matter what it is, if you need a place to stay, if you need your home taken care of, we want to have that available for the person and feel that they are comfortable with knowing the trust. Because it's a lot of people out here scamming. I mean, we see it all the time, scamming, stealing, or just unnecessary situations. And so we're coming, honestly, several other guys have been in business more than 20 plus years. I'm the newbie coming in just like 4 years now dealing with trash, and Who would ever think I would end up dealing with trash? I thought it was just my wholesaling, dealing with real estate, and I was happy and fine and fixing them, flipping them, or being around engineers to assist me with it. Mr. Foy is my engineer who helps me with a lot of things when it comes to structural damage. So we have demo, people who can do demo, haul away dumpsters. My son had the clothing line of the T-shirt Be More Like Us, who've been in business for 15 years. And so now he's moved over to dealing with insurance and getting people, a lot of people don't have insurance. They think the GoFundMe is an insurance agency some kind of way, or that's where you go to get instead of starting, because that is gonna happen one day, unfortunately. We are gonna expire. But you just need a plan. It's not a scary thing. Just if you plan, it's so much easier. The pain is less, I feel, when you plan. If you write down what you're trying to do, just like in the Bible said, Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision and make it plain and tarry with it and run with it. It works. You write it, you look at it, and then you run with it. You start lining up what will assist you to make that plan work. And that's what I did. So I've taken trash to another level. I noticed it's more needs in just one area. It's several areas. It's really a lot of places. And I enjoy helping people with that situation with the trash. And it's little stuff. Just keep a trash can outside where somebody could be able to put the trash in and don't throw it in the gutter, because it just looks bad. I mean, I used to see the old people clean the steps and clean the front of their house. So no one's taking pride in anything anymore. That's, and it's sad, because a broom you can go to the dollar store and get a broom and sweep. Well, now they're making you pay for the broom and the pole, but when they started, it was just the broom. And you can just sweep. Little things. Speak, like, just say hi to somebody. My mom used to tease me when I first moved to California. She said, "You're always talking to somebody." And I was like, I know, but I feel like if I say hi, I can just make them feel a little bit better, or smile. It doesn't hurt, didn't pay to just smile. But from that, I met a lot of good people with talking to people and smiling. I met resources and was able to deal with different people and helping me in so many different avenues of where I'm going, and being able, when I start traveling, and I learned a lot. Like my sister, her dealing with art. I didn't know a lot about art, but I thank God that, she's doing it, and she's teaching me about art, because art is, we have paintings all over. You have artists, and you have some just up and coming. So she has created Gallery 88 to try to help a platform for artists. She's still doing different things, helping people. So it comes from our background. I think it's all my grandparents' from. I didn't even know some of the people that moved in with us. Wasn't even my family member. I think my grandmother was before her time. She was doing assisted living before people was taking on assisted living. But they were church members who didn't have family, and she took them in. And I'm kind of like that in so many ways. But I know now everybody don't want help,
Yeah, you mentioned planning. To fail to plan is a plan to fail. So you have to make sure that you plan. When I came here about almost 40 years ago, they had boarding houses and had members of the congregation who dealt with boarding houses for members of the church and of the community. They had what they call it at boarding houses. It was shortly thereafter, maybe about 5 or 6 years, the Office of Healthcare Quality created the assisted living type of arrangement. And I had visited some boarding houses that I was not quite satisfied with, and I actually questioned what I was going to do about it. And that's when I got tied in with a couple of nurses at that time, and we set up some boarding houses, and then we moved from there where I have the assisted living. They call under JLK Enterprise Home Again. It's Home Again 2 now, but Home Again was right here on this side of town, on the way to the Beltway, on Liberty Heights Road. Liberty Road, yes. That's where Home Again started, and now Home Again 2 is in Catonsville. Oh. Where the meet will be this coming Monday at 11 o'clock. So it's critical that when we see a need, that we take action to try to help with that need, and that's the reason why this organization was created, to deal with the problem that I encounter from parishioners from the church. You know,
You
and,
saw it.
yeah, saw the need. So
And you did something about it.
and talking about planning, we it's so important that people understand that we must we must make certain sacrifices to get started.
Say
You
that
know,
again.
and if you don't make those, if you waste those early years and don't make those focused sacrifices, you're going to give yourself a situation where you'll be struggling for the rest of your life.
Correct.
You know, you need to
Plan.
you need to plan early. You know, one of the in my wedding counseling sessions, I deal with 5 major plans that a married need to be aware of before they get married. So
Should make it a book.
yeah, well, it's
It's in the mix. Come on, Dr. Jones. I need a book.
You need a book.
You need a book, 'cause it's so needed
I
out
started
here.
this particular strategy plan when I was teaching at Virginia Union University, right? And the Deltas came into that area with the annual organization. They requested me to be the speaker, and I did, and that's when I made this outline and made this presentation to the women, to the Deltas. And after I finished this presentation to the Deltas, I don't know, about 100 of them got in line and came to me and said, "We need to have this as counseling before we got married."
Yes, it would save a whole
we
lot of
need to have-
people.
So that's when I restructured it. This was more than 40 years ago, where I became part of the process of marriage counseling. You know, marriage counseling. And I've done, I don't know how many, hundreds and hundreds of weddings over the years.
We need the book.
Yeah.
Some
But
people
it's-
need a manual. They don't
Yeah.
want to say that they need help. You know, that's the good thing about a book. A book is a quiet way of getting help and not letting people know that you need the help, because you can just buy it and it can sit on your coffee table, or you can actually pick it up one day. But books help with, with structure. I mean, it's a strategy comes from someone planning, strategic, sitting there, putting something in plan for someone to do, and they do it, but you have to do it. You know, I could have just sat around and kept watching, or I could have just got in a funk because, pandemic and real estate wasn't going to do what it's going to do. I was like, oh, no, not me. I was going to think of something anyway so I can get out the house, because I've been hyper all my life, and I just want to learn. I feel as though I'm not going to stop learning or doing until I expire. And I teach my kids, like my daughter, she has it more than me. She, both of them, but her, she's making soap and making butter, like butter that you cook with. And I was like, I thought she was just saying shea butter. She's like, no, Mom, I made butter. And I was like, yeah, you're definitely gifted, because she could draw, she did paintings. But I knew from a kid that she was going to be different, both of them. But I knew with her, she was going to be different from, my son is very smart. He can think on his feet. She was more of hands-on and doing things. And I knew one day she was sitting, and I was letting her play, and I kept seeing her run back and forth from the bathroom, and I was like, what is she doing with my toilet paper? But I didn't want to stop her because I wanted to see what was she doing. So I brought her some foam sets to put together. She made a restaurant. So I said, what are you doing? She said, I'm making a restaurant. So the tissue was she rolling up to make a plate and the fork and the knife. And I said, this one, and she was 2. I said, that's it. You're not going to preschool. You're going to school. And that's where I put her. I put her in school. And she has a master's. I'm proud of her. She's married with 2 kids. And I just know she's, shout out to Brianna Richard Day for Mother's Day, because I know I don't have to worry about her.
Yeah, and I'm in the process of writing many books.
We need it.
At this time.
I'm waiting. I'm first.
And one of the things that I'm really trying to show individuals the different options as acquiring property and the value of acquiring property and the way
Yes.
property works to your advantage.
The dollar homes.
Yeah.
We
And-
need to get more people to get them. We have until June, and then after June, it's gonna open up
The
for
dollar
the
home,
investors.
yeah, the dollar
Right
home.
now,
Yeah.
we need to be getting on
And
that.
people need to, I don't know, I wonder about the attitude of a lot of people not taking advantage
We
of.
have classes and we teach them.
We got classes going here as well on economic development. We do, we have all kind of classes going and support and helping people to all incorporate themselves, helping people to do all these kind of things are available for people to take advantage of.
We're gonna have to really put it out there. Maybe
Yeah,
we put that on
we-
the kiosk.
Yeah, it's on YouTube and Facebook.
We're gonna have to do
And
something.
we-
I'm gonna have to help you, Doc, because I
Yeah.
come across at that. Well, the funny story about Dr. Jones and myself is, I heard him on the radio, and I've been listening because I was so, and I was really appreciating all what he was doing for the community. And I said, one day I'm gonna go to his church and I'm gonna meet him. So this week I had to attend a funeral, and it just so happens it was here, and he was giving a eulogy, and I was like, no way, God, no way. Really? And I was like, no. And I went and I spoke to him and told him I thanked him. I mean, how often do we tell people thank you? You should tell people when you see them, thank you now and not later. And I thanked him, and he was like, well, what type of work do you do? And I told him, he was like, well, come and get on the show. I was like, no way. I didn't know if to run, scream, or cry around the church. But it just tells you right there that faith, have faith, believe, don't give up no matter what people say about you, what they think about you. Keep your faith and know that God has a purpose
That's
for
right.
your life.
And I really want to continue to show individuals how I have taken advantage of acquiring property and method of acquiring it and the way you make the property work to your advantage and expand yourself. I have shown them that you don't have to make $1 million to become a millionaire if you strategically buy property and move it from one stage to the next. I know that our time are coming down to the end, but we want to say to you that we are glad that you are able to listen to us today. On next Saturday, the presentation will involve all of the National Minority Women Organization who will be, we hope to be broadcast right through this same time while the event is going on right here with the National Organization of Women. So I know a place and we want to take you there. Please tune in every week as we share methods and strategies and bring individuals in who are willing to help you to restructure your life and to restructure your plan. I know a place, and we'll take you there.
Hallelujah. Thank you.